The Monkey King Who Became a Bridge. Deep within an ancient forest stood a magnificent mango tree unlike any other. Its golden fruit was said to be sweeter than honey, and travelers believed that anyone who tasted it would never forget its flavor. High among its branches lived the Monkey King and his great family of 80,000 monkeys. The Monkey King was wise, kind, and always thinking ahead. He had only one rule: never let a single mango fall into the river. The younger monkeys never understood why such a simple rule mattered so much, but they obeyed their king without question. For many peaceful years, nothing happened. Then one stormy night, a ripe mango loosened from its branch. It slipped into the rushing river unnoticed and floated far downstream. Days later, the fruit reached the palace of a powerful human king. Curious, the king picked up the strange golden mango and took a bite. Its sweetness amazed him. "I have never tasted anything like this," he whispered. Turning to his soldiers, he gave a single command: "Find a tree, no matter where it is." The soldiers followed the river through valleys and mountains until they entered the untouched forest. There, they found the magnificent mango tree. But they found something else as well: thousands of monkeys happily eating its fruit. The king's expression changed. "If the monkeys remain," he said, "this treasure will never truly belong to me." He slowly raised his hand. "Archers, kill every monkey." Suddenly, arrows filled the sky. The peaceful forest erupted into panic. Mothers clutched their babies. Young monkeys screamed in terror. Every escape was blocked. Behind them flowed the deep river. Before them stood armed soldiers. The Monkey King looked around desperately. Then his eyes rested on a tall tree growing on the opposite side of the river. It was just within reach. Taking one deep breath, he sprinted to the edge of the cliff. With every ounce of strength he possessed, he leaped through the air. For a moment, it seemed impossible, but his hands caught the distant branch. Quickly, he tied a strong vine around his waist and stretched his body across the remaining gap. His own body became a bridge. "Go," he shouted. "Cross now, one by one." Then hundreds, then thousands of monkeys raced across his back towards safety. The vine cut deeply into his skin. His arms shook from the unbearable weight. Every muscle in his body screamed in pain. Still, he refused to move. The last monkeys were finally reaching safety. Then, from behind, another monkey appeared. He was the Monkey King's own cousin. For years, he had secretly envied the king. Instead of crossing carefully, he leaped with all his strength onto the Monkey King's back. A terrible crack echoed across the river. The Monkey King's spine broke. Without looking back, the jealous monkey disappeared into the forest. Silence fell. Even the soldiers lowered their bows. The human king stared in disbelief. He had expected fear. He had expected chaos. He had never expected such sacrifice. He rushed forward and gently lifted the wounded Monkey King from the bridge. Looking into his fading eyes, the king asked softly, "What? They are only monkeys. You could have saved yourself." The Monkey King smiled through his pain. "They trusted me. A king exists to carry his people, not the other way around." The human king felt a deep shame rise within him. All his life, he had believed that power meant ruling over others. But this wounded monkey had shown him something far greater. With his final breath, the Monkey King looked toward his family, now safe across the river. Then he quietly said, "A ruler who protects only himself will soon stand alone, but one who gives himself for others will never truly die." With a peaceful smile, the Monkey King closed his eyes forever. The forest fell silent. The human king bowed his head before the fallen Monkey King. He ordered his soldiers to lower their weapons. From that day forward, no one was ever allowed to hunt in that forest again. The great mango tree became a protected sanctuary. Season after season, the monkeys lived safely beneath its branches. Years later, whenever the king passed that forest, he would stop, bow his head, and remember the monkey who had taught him what true leadership meant. Many years later, Buddha sat surrounded by his disciples. After telling them this story, he smiled gently and said, "In one of my previous lives, I was that Monkey King." The disciples sat in silence. Then Buddha spoke the lesson that would remain in their hearts forever. True greatness is not measured by how many people serve you. True greatness is measured by how many lives are safer because you chose to serve them. And that is why the greatest leaders are remembered not for the crowns they wore, but for the sacrifices they were willing to make.